The World Cup is almost here, and we are ready to celebrate. Do you know the Brazilian Portuguese vocabulary? Do you know how to say the things that it's about to happen? Well, come with me, and we're going to have a short practice. Olá, I'm Teacher G. I'm a Brazilian Portuguese teacher for foreigners and also an English teacher. And today I'm going to take you over the vocabulary for the World Cup and everything that involves soccer/football. If you're ready, join with me. But before we start, I think I have something that is not very appropriate. I don't think I'm dressed for the occasion. Hold on. Much better. Let's get started. All right, so let's dive into vocabulary, vocabulário. Ready? Pronto ou pronta? Now, we're going to start with the word futebol. Futebol. I may pronounce it futebol, but some people may pronounce it futebol. And it's a matter of accent. And I'm sure where you come from, there are different accents as well. Let's dive in. Repeat after me. Árbitro. Árbitro. Notice there is a graphic sign, and that's where you're going to focus your stress sound. Árbitro. The next one, treinador. Treinador. Good, good. Repeat after me, okay? So you can keep practicing. Jogador de futebol. Jogador de futebol. All right, jogador de futebol is the singular form. Now, in the next slide, you can see jogadores de futebol. Jogadores stands for the plural form of jogador. Are you ready? So let's continue. Right here, you have some different positions. Something that I really would like to emphasize here that not many people know is that every single word in English that ends, generally speaking, right? Because we do know there are some exceptions to the rule. Generally speaking, every single word in English that ends in T-I-O-N, it's equivalent to C cedilha, the squiggly C, A, till, and O, the sound of são. For example, position, posição. Posição means position. Now, the plural form of posição is posições, right? Positions. So right here we have a few numbers. As you can see on your screen, I have number 1 to number 11. There are some words here that it is different when you scroll on the internet and you try to find. It's because some people call it different names. On the video game, they call differently. On the real life, they also call different. And people just go giving different names. But I will clarify that. So let's start with número 1, goleiro. We love a good goalie, right? Bom goleiro. I used to be a goalie back in ages, long time ago at school, but not good one. Número 2, we have lateral direito. So we have the side ones, the defense siders right there. So the wing back. Here you can see different names in English, but they all stands for the wings, okay? Então, lateral direito, right? Remember, this is mirroring. Lateral esquerda, left, okay? Now, número 3, lateral esquerda. Número 4 é o líbero, é o sweeper. O sweeper, no caso, in this case, would be the person behind the volante. You can also call them zagueiros. So, número 5, number 5, e número 4, they're pretty much the same names called in Portuguese. But here we also have another formal name called líbero, okay? Líbero is not very common, but you can find zagueiro as most common, okay? Which we find it to número 5. Número 5, zagueiro. Número 6, volante. Why did I do this? Because this word also means the steering wheel. Wait, Teacher G, how am I supposed to know what we're talking about in the steering wheel from a car or vehicle, or when we're talking about soccer? That will depend on the context. Got it? Okay, número 7. We have ala direita. Lateral and ala, they're very similar, close there, okay? Because they're wing back and the wingers, so they're very close right there. Of course, in real life, they do have different right? Different roles and tactics in there. Número 8, meio de campo. Meio means middle, right? Campo means field, okay? Número 9. Número 9, we have the segundo atacante. So it's the assistant. There's the second attacker, right? The attacking one, the person who will be seeking, chasing the bola. Bola. Now, there is something that is very important to remember. A lot of students confuse the word bola, a bola, a feminine word, with bolo. Bolo is what you eat in birthdays, em aniversários, okay? Bolo. O bolo, a bola. They're two different things. And number 10, número 10. This is the most, the infamous jersey. Número 10. It's the actual star, as we say it, but it's not the real star. I mean, it's a team. They all play together. So, atacante, okay? Número 10. This atacante, we have it here. O atacante is the person who will be seeking the ball. It's the, the person with the ferocity to go after it, bola. We also have número 11, o centroavante. Right? They're all part of the team, centroavante. So these are some examples. Let's continue with the vocabulary. Repeat after me. Escanteio. Escanteio. Your turn. Well done. Falta. Ou penalty. This is when, in a discrepancy happens in the game. Prorrogação. You know what that means? Extra time. Extra time when your team is not winning, it's great. When your team is winning, it's not good, right? Cartão vermelho. Horrible whistling, but you got Cartão vermelho. Cartão amarelo. Cartão amarelo. Artilheiro. Artilheiro is the superstar, someone who has done, normally is the atacante, normally, because it's someone with high scores or have been playing for the year round in other teams and had scored so many goals. Goals, not goal, goals. Camisa 10. In Portuguese, we do not call it a jersey. We call it a shirt or a t-shirt. Camisa, okay? Placar. It is very important to know a placar. 0-0, 1-0, ou 1-1, 2-1. It really depends, right? What we're going to be getting there. So we say the number a and the other number. Example, 3-1. Your turn. Zero a 2. Normally the big number takes over and then you go 2-0. Well done. Now, let's get the final words of the vocabulary. Partida. Partida. You got this. Or if you want to speak like a native, you gotta say pelada. Pelada is a sensitive word because it means naked, okay? Especially female, naked female. But pelada stands for casual match with your mates and friends, not a professional one. So let's say you're going for a pelada on the weekend. You can get that. Hey, I'm leaving. Pelada. We all know a good pelada. It's always, on a Saturday, on a Friday nights. Good. Estadio. Estadio. Now, notice that estadio, you gotta give the D sound because otherwise it would make like estágio. That means an internship. So, estádio. Give it a focus on the very strong sound and the accent. It's in the A letter. That is in the middle of the word, like a middle fielder, like centro atacante there. Estádio. Last but not least, torcedor. What would be a soccer match, uma partida, without, sem, a good, bom torcedor? Man, I participated in the World Cup that happened in Brazil, and it was beyond words that I can explain with the energy of the people there. So it was incredible. I've never been in the stadiums with the exception of that time, and it was like beyond words. So the people actually make the match all the energy. So it's incredible how we make part of something really big. Now, before we finish this class, I really would like to know, what team are you cheering? What team are you cheering? Qual time você está torcendo? What country? Qual país? Comment below and let me know what you think. And what team are you actually cheering for? What country? Well, I don't think you have any questions about mine. Fingers crossed, dedos cruzados. I wish you a wonderful week and a wonderful day. And I hope that your team goes really well as well. So, boa sorte, good luck, and let's enjoy this greatest moment of all, World Cup, Copa do Mundo. I'm Teacher G, and I hope you had a great time, and I see you next time. Ciao. Oh, wait, don't forget to subscribe and like it. If you also haven't participated on my free course online, I have a free course in my webpage. I will link it below, and then you can have access to it. Full course, free for beginners, and if you're willing to get it, once you get the first milestone, don't hold your breath. Just go for it. Tchauzinho.